Coming to the mic is a phenomenal speaker who just did one of our BTBY masterminds, and she rocked the house across the globe. Let's give it up for the one, the only, Sheri Berger!
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things get brighter.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. It is so good to see all of your smiling faces this morning. Can I be real with you?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. I had a hard last year. I had a hard year. July, my mom almost died. And worse than that, oh, you guys can't hear me? I'm loud. I had a hard last year. I had a great year before that. But July, when my mom almost died, it was hard. And to make matters worse, I don't come from the best family background. And so you know what it was doing to me? It was taking me back where I don't live. Have you guys ever had that happen to you? Oh my gosh. And so in October, when our conference got rescheduled, thank God Brenda's here and everything went well, Bren asked me if I'd speak at this conference. And I said, yes, that'll be phenomenal. And then it took me till December to realize what was going on in my life. So you can't change it till you acknowledge. And then it took me till January 30th to even write my presentation. So I'll be honest with you, I got notes this morning, and I just want to be real. But I'm here. And the name of my presentation is Life is Short. So where you come from does not determine where you end up. Did you hear me? It's true, right? You can't go back there. And when I started going back there, I said, oh, I have my speech. So how do we flip it? Hit this one. There you go. Do you know that everything starts with mindset? Did you hear me? Everything starts with mindset. Mindset starts, all those records that we were told when we were younger, we all have them. They're all in there. Do you guys realize that I did not go to school until first grade? And I went to a private school. And I made it through first and second grade without reading. Did you hear me? I was in third grade when they realized I couldn't read. Do you think I fell through the cracks? And to make matters worse, 2 years later, they put me in public school. Nobody knows what to do with a fifth grader that reads at third grade. And definitely not the public school. Private school, we were on paces, so I could work at my own pace. But in public school, they put me in special resource room. And I was called retarded and goody two-shoes. And I had no friends. Yes, Mrs. Sheri Berger, the extrovert on steroids who collects friends, as my husband calls me, had no friends in 5th and 6th grade. And to make matters even worse, they would take me out of that special resource room and they would put me up in front of my peers to give a book report. At third grade. Can you guys imagine? How would that go for you? Would you want to be 10, reading at third grade, giving a book report in front of a bunch of fifth graders? My daughter right now is student teaching and teaching fifth graders, and she said they're a handful, and they are. So do you think I was treated kind? No. And of course that changes you, right? But to make matters even worse, at home, my sister is 2 years younger than me, and she is smart. She's very, very smart. So when she was in third grade, she was reading at fifth grade. And my mom would have me come down and read to adults. And I was so proud. They say I have a form of dyslexia or something. Why I didn't read, who knows? It's what they say, right? And so I would come running downstairs to show these adults that I could read. I was so proud of myself until they would call my sister down. And she was in 3rd grade reading at 5th grade. I felt dumb. I felt only if I was smarter, only if I could do more. Why is my sister so smart and I'm not? So that's my story, right? So I learned in high school, well, in junior high. Guys give you power, by the way. If you don't know that, if you're a little cute and you're lots of fun, those guys give you power. And I love people. And I can make lots of friends. So I focused in school on making as many friends as possible and having as much fun. Never thinking I was smart enough to do anything in school. So guess what? I had lots of friends and I had lots of fun. That's how I got through. Let's see. How we think, though, matters. And we get to choose. Did you hear me? We get to choose how we feel. So how we feel matters. So not feeling smart is hard growing up, if you guys don't know that. And having siblings that are in National Honors Society, and 2 of them are Mensa's, and I'm one of 6. And I'm sort of the middle child, but I'm the oldest girl. And the oldest of the 4 little kids. So my brothers are 5 and 8 years older than me. I've lost one of my brothers, but that's not what we're talking about today, right? We're talking about our mindset. And in my book that I wrote, chapter 1 is all on mindset, because how important is mindset? But I thought I needed to be smarter. I even thought I needed to be prettier. This mindset, growing up, affected me a lot. Can you imagine? And I moved out 2 days after I turned 17. And I have not lived at home since I was 17. And don't worry, I married an abusive alcoholic husband. Is that called going from the egg to the frying pan? Or what do they call that? But he was hot. He was 6 years older than me. Where was I supposed to go? I was 17. Right? So I married that abusive alcoholic. And I believed those lies, that I wasn't smart enough and I wasn't pretty enough. And what do you think he used those for? You think he used them for his benefit? Oh yeah, he did. He used those against me. But I had those records in my head, right? Because I believed it. And I stayed married, not believing I had any other choice. Because I wasn't that smart. I wasn't that pretty, remember? Who am I? Who am I? Right? Have you ever thought that way or felt that way? I actually was going to have everybody, if you can hand out those index cards I have, but you guys also have papers. I want you guys to write down some times when you've had some bad mindset. Right? This is going to be interactive. This is not just about Sheri Berger up here. Right? It's about your story as well. Do you know that it took me 4 times to leave my abusive husband? 4 times. But don't worry, I beat the odds. The odds is 7. And the things that happened in that marriage, if you want to call it a marriage, I don't believe it was a marriage, right? I was married 3 years. I was 20. I left him, but I had no GED. I had no money. He drank it all. My bank accounts were empty, right? I had no education. I didn't even have a driver's license. Do you think he had me where he wanted me? And to make matters worse, people would tell me I can't. So I believed them. I believed that I can't. What are you going to do? If you leave him, what will you do? I don't know, but I don't want this. But I had a friend. Had one person that believed in me. One person. And his name was Gerald Harris. And I actually dedicated my book that I wrote to him. But he believed in me when nobody else did. When everybody would tell me I can't, he would say, do you want it or you don't? No, Gerald, you didn't hear me. Gerald, hello, they say I'm not that smart. Do you want to or you don't? No, Gerald, they say I'm not that pretty. Do you want to or you don't? And I would be like, Gerald. So I went and got my driver's license. I went and got my GED. And then I went to go get my associate's degree. And I took the entry exam at Johnson County Community College, which is in Kansas. And I had to take fundamentals of math, fundamentals of reading. I had to take learning strategies. I had to take, see, Gerald, they're right. I'm not that smart. I bet you all know what Gerald said. Do you want to or you don't? Right? So I went. And I got straight A's. Do you know I'd never seen straight A's before in my life? But that was the year I was a single mom. I had a 1-year-old because I became a mom at 19. I had an 18-month-old. I got straight A's. I was working, taking 15 credit hours, working 30 hours a week, and raising a kid on my own with no child support. What the heck is child support? People go, I don't get no child support. I said, really? And then they say, well, he doesn't see the kids. I go, really? I don't even know where he is. Right? But it worked out better in the long run. Was it fun in the journey? Well, no. But I ran home to show my mom I got straight A's. Because all you want is your mom and dad to be proud of you. And my mom looked at me and said, I am so sick of hearing about your school. It's all you ever talk about. You need to stop that. So my sister that was smart, she failed out 2 semesters, and I was making it. That's not how it's supposed to be. So I don't think Mom was real happy about that. But that's not how it worked out, right? I was focused. I was driven. I was trying to get better for me and my son. So he saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. Like I said, when I said I couldn't, he would say I could. And Gerald supported me through my education. And I learned to realize that every success and achievement I made, right? I got a driver's license. I got a GED. I got my associate's degree. I went on to get a bachelor's degree from Park University. I worked as a programmer analyst when women were not in programming in the 90s because you got to get the big-ass jobs. You got to take care of a kid by yourself. Come on now. And I was a system analyst. And I just kept doing more because every success proved to me I could do more, right? Every success takes you further to becoming where you want to be. I'm going to flip this. I'm trying to stay on task because Brenda will kick me off the stage, people. Let's just be real. And I got a lot to say. So every success, though, would take me closer to my success. And I found people who believed in me along the way. And you wanted me to tell you something? People told me I was smart. People told me I was pretty. People told me. And Gerald always told me. Right? So this brings me to my next point. Our next point is find those people who do believe in you. Find those people who want you to be successful. And as Linda was talking about, find those coaches and mentors, right? And those people that will help you be successful. That's all in chapter 4 of my book, right? Find those people in your life because they're so important. So, who are those people you need in your life to help you move forward? Write that down. Either on your paper or now. Start putting some of those people that you do have in your life. But who are those people that you do need still in your life? Do you need someone to help you believe in yourself so you can learn to believe in yourself over time? Everybody's always like, oh, you just need to believe in yourself. Sometimes it's hard to believe in yourself. I talked to somebody today that lost a bunch of weight. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did that. Then I almost died. I gained a bunch more weight, and I need to lose weight. And I said, man, I need to talk to you. Because if you want to lose weight, you should talk to somebody that's lost some weight, right? Because it's hard. But if you got somebody to believe in you, you can do it. If you want a bachelor's degree or you want school, talk to somebody that's been there, right? So find those people that have been there, done that. When you start believing in yourself, you never know what you can or will accomplish. And it's okay if you don't believe in yourself. I told you, find other people that do and learn I don't like the saying, fake it till you make it. I really don't. And if anybody knows Sheri Berger, she does not fake it. Sheri's real. I'm not a fake. So I don't like that saying. What is something you were told as a child that plays over and over in your head? And you're going to hate it, but I'm going to say write it down. Get it out of your head. Do you have a trigger from your past that's taking you away from your future? Because that's what happened to me last year, right? Do you have those triggers? We all do. Look at what you have for triggers. So take a minute, like I said, to write down those people. And remember, mindset affects us all. And how we look at something matters. But guess what? We get to learn to reevaluate what we think. Write that down. You get to learn to reevaluate the way you're thinking. Do you know that at times I still struggle with I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, and I'm not pretty enough? Seriously? I wrote my first book in February of 2022. And actually it was 2/2/22. Is that funny? So the anniversary's coming up. But when I started writing my book, I said, who am I to write a book? Remember, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. And I knew I had to write the book because I realized how many people it could help. And you'd be shocked how many people my book has helped, right? But I asked myself, what are the lies that you're telling yourself today? So write down, what is something you guys want to accomplish? And what are the lies that you're telling yourself today regarding that? Take a moment and write that down. I said, who am I to write a book? I'm not smart enough. And then my other one was, it's too hard to write a book. And anybody who's wrote a book will tell you it's hard. It's hard to lose weight, though. It's hard to graduate college. It's hard. It's hard. Lots of things are hard. So who am I to write a book? I finished college, and I've done so many other things. By God, I can write a book. What the heck? That's what I had to say to myself. The next lie was, it's too hard for me to write a book. So I went to a conference. I brought props with me today, but it's hard. It's too hard to use props on stage. Yeah, right. I should go up the other way. I can do it, though, right? But I went to a conference, July 2021. And they said, what do you guys want to accomplish? And they said, what's holding you back? So I'm asking you, what do you want to accomplish? What's holding you back? So July 2021, I wrote on here, I have dyslexia. I'm not that smart. It's too hard. I can't write a book. And I broke this board. Now you're like breaking a board. You would think that doesn't make a big difference, right? But I broke a board, and I even brought Linda Wilson with me to the conference. And I had other friends there. And so I had accountability. So I came back and I go, I've been trying to write this book, and I haven't got it done. So what's holding me back? And I realized I needed a team. So I got mentors, I got coaches, I got a writing coach. I grabbed all my friends who believed in me. I got editors up the rear end, and I wrote my damn book. Right? So I went and said, who are those people that I need to write my book? And like I told you, my book got published 22/22/22. Have you guys ever wrote a book? And I set goals. And when I set goals, by God, don't get in my way. You can ask my husband. I will run you over. So I'm going to get done whatever I want to get done. But I set a goal, and I thought I could get this. This was July, and I'd been playing with it. By the end of the year, I wanted it done. You know, don't you want it January 1st to be published? But if you've ever written a book, which I know a lot of you in this room have, you got to edit it and re-edit it. And by the way, they want you to edit it some more. You got to be kidding me. So I didn't get it in January. I wanted it by Valentine's Day because I'm all about creating the life and business that you love. I'm a transitional coach. I help people create the life and business they love. So why not love yourself for Valentine's Day? But no. It went live 2/22/2022. So that's when God decided my book would go live, not Sheri. So, see if I can get it to flip. What do you want to accomplish in your life? What are those lies that are holding you back? And what support do you need to accomplish those goals? And go out and find those people as you learn to believe in yours. And last but not least, remember, everything starts with mindset. You get to choose. Did you hear me? You get to choose what you want to, what you think. And you get to choose how you feel. And mindset is an ongoing process. It's not a one and done. It's ongoing. And today I'm going to be giving out a free copy of my book. I paid for all the printing of it. I'm just asking people to pay for the shipping if you want a free copy. Otherwise, I have other copies in the back of the room. But I want to thank you all for listening to my story today. And go out and make this a great, great year. Thank you.
Sheri Berger! Give it up for her! Yes. Give it up for Sheri Berger! Didn't I tell you guys we were going to be working? See, the one thing that she really keyed on that really helped me is, what lies are you telling yourself today? What lies are you telling yourself each and every day that's stopping you from becoming the best version of you?